Up here at UBC Okanagan with Nikki Ryder, who is the cross-country running women's coach in 2013. As we look back at 2013, ranked number one nationally for most of the season. What was that like, being part of a number one team nationwide?
It was actually, we were very surprised the first time we saw the rankings, and I looked at them that morning and looked at Nathan, the men's coach, and said, oh boy, what have we got on our hands here? Really surprising, just because we knew that we were good that season, but we didn't know that that everyone else knew how good we were. We were really afraid about the pressure that maybe our athletes were going to feel, being the number one team. Throughout the season, we maintained the number one ranking for the first two sets of rankings. Third time around, which is based on the convener's decision, nationally, we were bumped down to number two, which I think was a good thing. Just made the girls, really think about, okay, we have some work to do. They wouldn't be overconfident going into the national championships.
We'll touch on that in just a second. But going into the season, ranked number one nationally, and you said you were concerned about the girls and how they would react. How did they react? How did you calm them down, saying, okay, yes, we're number one, but we have a lot of work to do?
The expression is, we let our legs do the talking. So it's the race results are what prove how good we are. It doesn't matter what's on paper. That's why we show up to race. That's why we have events at the end of the year.
So number two, going into nationals, you ranked number one most of the way, like you said, in the first two rankings. Then number three, the one going to nationals, you're bumped down to number two. Did that light the fire, so to speak?
I think a little bit. All season long, although we would be ranked number one in the CCAA, which is the Canadian Colleges Athletic Association, that we didn't really compete against many of those teams. We did one race in Edmonton, which we won, which was great. Most of the competitive teams come from the Alberta Colleges Athletic Association. However, we competed most of the time in the United States against UBC Vancouver, Simon Fraser, University of Victoria. So we were seeing some of the best teams in the country across all leagues. So really their confidence wasn't too high, just based on the more competitive teams. We really weren't performing at that same level. So they kind of get like this reality shock every time we go to those races, because they'd see, we still have a lot of work to do.
Mm-hmm. Now, going into nationals in Ontario, were the girls nervous about going to a national event?
A few of them had competed the year before. Michelle Blackburn, Aaliyah Stockton, and Trish Metro were part of the team last year that were fourth nationally. We only lost a medal by 1 point last year, the national championship. They were ready to go back and get a medal. That was the big goal for the team. We had some amazing individual performances. All three of those girls from last year, they really upped their game. Michelle was 19th as a rookie her first year, and she was 11th individually. Sandra Kilmartin, she had a phenomenal season. She wasn't even a runner. She came into the season saying, I think I can run well. We worked with her throughout the summertime, and she really started to prove herself. She was fourth individually. She was racing up with the big girls right from the start, and it was an amazing performance for her as well. So as much as they were nervous, Sandy, she actually had a dream the night before that she would be fourth. She wouldn't tell me. She was actually a little bit afraid that that's what she had dreamt, and she told me, she's like, Nikki, after the race, I have to tell you something. She's like, I dreamt that I'd be fourth. And anyways, that aside, they were really excited, but they're very prepared, both mentally and physically. So I wouldn't say nervous was the right word. It was more so excited and ready to go.
When you win the gold at nationals, take me through, is it a cumulative placing? Is that how so you didn't really know you were going to win until later, right? Definitely.
So what happens is all of the girls race. Most of them are on, or I should say the men's and women's race. Everyone races, and most of them are on teams. So what happens is you can score as an individual, just whoever comes across the line first, second, third, fourth, and then you score as a team. So anyone who is not on a team, who comes to the start line, and there's less than 4 runners, they actually don't count towards the team scoring. So while Sandy was fourth as an individual, she was actually the first runner crossing the line who was on a team. So the first 4 runners on any team count towards that score, and the lowest score wins. So your placing ends up being your score. As a team, we scored 40 points. SAIT, which is Southern Alberta Institute of Technology, they scored 62 points for second place. Wow. So we really did outperform the rest of the field.
Take that, number 2 ranking.
Take that, number 2. We're back to number 1.
Well, listen, congratulations on the gold medal in 2013. Now, you were nominated, your team was nominated for the RyanWatters.ca Sports Team of the Year. Carrie Mellon, the Sports Information Director here at UBCO, nominated you. It went to a judging panel, and you guys were voted as the winner of the 2013 RyanWatters.ca Sports Team of the Year. So courtesy of Creative Trophies and Gifts on Springfield, we have a trophy for you. Open that up, and look what a great job that the Creative Trophies and Gifts on Springfield did. You are the 2013 Sports Team of the Year. It's not a gold medal, but it's nice, isn't it?
It means a lot. Thank you, Ryan.
Congratulations. Nikki Ryder, she is the head coach of the women's cross-country team. They are the national gold medalists in 2013, and now the RyanWatters.ca Sports Team of the Year.